Good morning, Captain. Captain, yeah, I should be finished, I would say around 7 o'clock.
Alright, boss man, how you coming through with the speedboat then?
Alright, sir, so you take care out there and be safe. Keep that vessel safe for anybody. So, you'll be out there a little while bringing some of my friends with me as well.
Alright, sir, I'll have it ready for you.
Good morning to everyone. Welcome to beautiful Barbados. Don't mind the overcast, rainy conditions. If we don't get some rain, how are we going to possibly be able to supply you with the purest water from the tap in the world if we don't get the rain? So let us be happy for these blessings if we get some. Right now it just looks like a lot of clouds just floating around. Nothing happened yet. No production of rain coming on the road this morning. All dry and lovely. If y'all overheard me just now, sorry about that. I had to call the captain just now and let him know what time to pick me up from the beach in his speedboat, and let him know that I was going to bring a couple of you all out with me, just to show you where we are. I know that you all have been guessing already, and you all would have known. Many of you would have known. I saw my brother, Mr. Hunt, on here, so I know he's probably definitely guessed that. I think one of these days I'm going to trick him though. You don't worry. You all leave that up to me. I will let you know when it happens. Beautiful morning here. Clouds everywhere. Whether I went to the east, the south, the west, made no difference. However, winds this morning out of the east are quite strong, so we decided to take a little shelter over on the west coast. Didn't want to go back to the south coast today. We thought we'd try on this side here for you. Beautiful Heywoods Bay. Just above Six Men's Bay itself, just to the north of Speightstown. This is where the old Heywoods Resort was originally. Almond Beach Village after that. And then this is where the proposed Sandals was having their newest resort on the island. That hasn't come to reality as yet, but that was the plan, and that's who constructed this jetty and got all these groins and stuff dropped in the distance to try and build some beaches. As you would probably know now, we're in the Speightstown area. That's Speightstown just in our camera section there. You will notice there are a lot of little pockets of beaches that you may not have seen for a while. They're building beautifully right now. They've just had a north swell here. Yeah, up to yesterday there were some north swells coming through. So the sand has shifted quite a bit in the coves that we'll be walking. Talk to you a little bit more about that as we get there. However, this morning I'm going to want to face back in the same direction that we were viewing originally and say our Serenity Prayer. So for those of you who'd like to join me, please do. For all others, we'll be back with you in a couple of moments. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Well, I gotta tell you, I think I need an off day from my off day. But the only problem with that is I would then go to the beach and meet all my family again and need another off day. So I would have to have 7 off days a week. And tell you the truth, off days are a little bit too strenuous and a little bit too busy for me, boy. I got 2 of them are fagging me out. And good morning to all you all, and thank you to everyone who came over and spoke yesterday. Yesterday was an amazing day, to be honest with you. I haven't sat in Crystal Waters for a long time. Sat with the Vickers family yesterday. Had a couple of drinks with them, reminisced, enjoyed Mr. Impact. Brilliant show yesterday, my friend. Let me tell you, you captured everyone's heart yesterday. Brilliant show. And I'm not saying it's not always brilliant, but I actually sat and watched your performance and watch your entertainment yesterday. And I would tell you, man, you are a true ambassador, my brother. So hats off to you. And to everyone else who was there, thank you for coming over and saying hi, as I said before. All right, we're going to take a little stroll along the beautiful beach. We did this jetty. This was the end of our last time we were in Speightstown. And I said that the next time we came down here, we will go to the north. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. There is a small swell still coming through. You can see it on the inside section here. Nothing really to talk about. But as I said, a lot of the sand has shifted between the last time we were here and this morning for sure. Now this was the newer section that Sandals, or I'd say Sandals had started on. It hasn't been completed. Originally this resort was a huge sprawling resort. It was I think it was, speaking on the correction, largest room capacity. I think it was about 350 rooms at that time. At that time that was probably one of the biggest. But it used to sprawl across acres and acres of beachfront property. So the structures weren't tall by any means. The highest structure in the original building complex was only 3 floors. That would mean the ground and then 2 floors above that. However, this one has gone quite a bit more than that, as you can see. But that's what Heywoods was originally known for, was a huge sprawling complex of small apartment sections. It was just very different from all the other high rises that were in the island. So noticeable difference. Anyone that stayed here, you're going to probably be crying this morning. I can give you a little better look at the actual grounds now, and hopefully you will get some memories that will dry those tears right up. As I said, we have seen a lot of sand movement. This beach is quite narrow right now. It is high tide though, so we're not going to worry too much about the sand conditions. And as I said, we had a north swell. That happens whenever there's a north swell in these areas. Sand shifts out and then comes back in again. All of these trees across here lined are manchineel trees. So you'll see the bands around some of them. However, the bands are not around all of them. But if you're coming down onto this beach and you're going to be spending the day and it does start to rain, please do not go under these trees. Make sure it's not a manchineel. There's some other ones around, but very few. Like we have, oh boy, here we go, sea grape tree just in front of us, and we have some other trees as well down here. They're just growing wild. So there are some shelter areas, but just be aware of the manchineel, what it is, and also be aware that it is known as the most dangerous tree in the world. That's not something I'm saying, that's something that's up there on the internet. So if it's wrong, blame the internet. I'm shedding all blame this morning. Yesterday I realized I gotta be careful because I got a lot of people that follow us and that walk with me on these journeys that smart, try to trick me all the time. But I was on my P's and Q's yesterday and dropped a couple of I's and T's in there as well. So it was a great day. Well, we started early this morning. Early. Just to give you an indication of the drop off again. Quite a big drop off here, as you can appreciate. The sand has been pushed back up. So this will level out a little bit. It's not usually that bad in this general section because you don't get that much movement here normally. But as you can see, there's still a little ground swell that's coming through on occasion. So we're going to take our time and be careful in the water here this morning. Don't want to damage this equipment. But I surely do want to take it in and see for a little bit. Now I'm walking over some reefy section here. This is not all sand bottom. Originally this was all reef where we are. Right through here was all reef. Dropping these outer catchment groins has made these little coves that we'll be coming up on this morning experiencing. But I want you to enjoy, well, you can enjoy the cool water with me. But I can tell you it's quite cool this morning. Not cold by any means and not uncomfortable, but definitely refreshing. I like to use that word today, refreshing. So here we go. We can take a little water skim and I'm going to be back with you in a minute. Oh, before I start though, let me get rid of some mouth action first, because yesterday was told, and it was quite comical. And, Mr. Bob, sir, was telling me that, everyone was saying, here comes my minute of silence. I'm halfway into it, 30 seconds in. Talking, but you all know me already. I don't stop talking too often. And sometimes you gotta mute me, but don't worry, I'm gonna keep talking. So you can always come back and watch it later if you get bored and you want to hear some nonsense. Beautiful morning. Here we go, folks. Enjoy this skim. Yes. Okay, you didn't get quite a minute there. Now, if you all feel sorry for yourselves because of my talking, imagine my poor angel that tells me I talk in my sleep as well. So, poor girl. I always feel sorry for her. Whenever I think about what she has to, absorb when she's around me, and that's beer talking. I've noticed though that people that come around me tend to talk a lot more than they were when I first met them though. I don't know if it's because they're trying to get in one word edgeways, but they'll find that challenge almost impossible when it comes to me. Beautiful, beautiful morning. I have my angel's bag with me this morning. And Mr. Cope, this is not an old bag, so I will have you know. So, the person that might be carrying it might be old, but the bag is pretty new. Looks a little ratty though. It could use a good bath and thing, but don't mind. We'll take care of that when time comes. The important part is keeps our rain shields with us, that we can take care of our vlogs even if it decides to rain. Alright, all this section, as I said, all this beach is new. If you had been here to Heywoods, Beach Village, whatever you want to call it, years ago, you would know that these trees are where the high water mark was. At high water, you see, it's actually come right up almost to the actual tree itself. So this beach was very, very small, a very long beach. Now originally before Heywoods was here, this was actually marshland. This was sort of like a swamp. You used to drive down the same road on the outside that skirts Port St. Charles and Heywoods itself. That was where the road used to run. But when it came out of Speightstown, it then took a 90-degree, went up and then went around. All in here was marshland. When you got down by Port St. Charles, you could have turned back towards Speightstown area and driven up a road that if there was a big north swell, you couldn't come up because you used to come over it. But he used to drive a road right back up almost to this area here. Mangrove was all on the land side. A very small slither of beach was on the seaside. That has changed tremendously since the placement of these groins. You know, I'm not really a person that likes to mess with nature too much, but this is already being done. And I will tell you, this beach is just gorgeous. With the results of it, gorgeous. Let's watch this, gentlemen. I hope you don't mind me showing you the world, your action and your arts. Good man, wonderful. All right, let's keep quiet for a second and see if he catches anything. Beautiful. Thanks, Governor. I want everybody to see how it was done. You catch us a bit. You have a good day, okay? Take care, blood. Yep, so you'll see how these guys do it in the morning. This is something you'll find all over the West Coast, guys throwing their nets, casting their nets. These men are artists. You would have seen how that was flared out just now. You just can't pick up a net and throw it like that. That calls for years and years of experience. Now, I was going to stop, put the tripod down, let you all enjoy a little bit of scenery to put on my backpack. But I'm not put on my backpack because today what we're going to do is we're going to swim in every cove from here to Port St. Charles, and that way then we can do a good cove count in this area. Now, for those of you that like snorkeling, I understand. Now, I haven't done it myself, but I will most definitely be doing it because my angel loves to snorkel. But I understand all of the groins that have been laid offshore. You see, 2 poles are up in the air there. They have quite a few of these placed offshore beyond what is here on the shoreline itself. And on those, I understand the fish colonies are great. It's supposedly abundant fish life on them. So if you are wishing to snorkel down here, unless there's a north swell running, no real currents, nothing to really worry about. Obviously, always exercise caution, but these are fairly close to the shoreline, as you can see. And there is shade you can leave your stuff under. I will tell you though, this beach is very lonely on occasions. So don't bring valuables down here and leave them up under these trees and go in the sea, because as you can see, it is not an area that has any buildings around that are being lived in. And it is a sort of a semi-secluded area. So be careful, you know, when you're coming to this beach. I wouldn't say there's any real reason for an alert or putting it into the +4 category. But I would certainly say exercise caution, because you can see there are a lot of derelict buildings around. Although there's a chain link fence that goes right around the whole perimeter itself, there are some breaks in it in some areas. So just be aware of that. Beautiful skies to the east this morning. Sister from the east, I'm depending on you to capture my sunrise this morning. I won't get a chance to see that from down here, but I'm going to see some beautiful reflections and a glorious daybreak for sure. All right, we're going to go again. Actually, you know what? Let me do a quick 360 from here, just to get the spin out. So when you see I'm nice and calm, here we go. So as you all can see, that is my vessel there. So when I was talking to the captain just now, I was letting them know to bring these speedboats. So any of you that want to join me for breakfast this morning, some fresh fruit, you all can have some champagne and stuff, but I just stick to my juices. You can do so. Just meet me down by Port St. Charles, and when we finish our vlog, we'll be taking a trip out to that this morning. I know he's going to come in for me on time because he knows the kind of guy I am. I'm pretty punctual. So, oh boy, if you talk nonsense, you could just as well talk a whole roll of it. There we go. Alright, now, you know, I always say that the EMC are really blessed at 6 o'clock in the morning because we get to see things that look as though they're being staged. I mean, who would have ever imagined that we would have a gentleman come and cast a net directly in front of us that we can watch this old-time fishing tradition here in Barbados? I mean, that happens. The other day we were up at Brighton Beach. We saw a little Moses come by with a guy standing up in it with his extended accelerator, just cruising through the bay directly in front of the camera. You know, there are things like that we see that are not just things that you pass and don't mention. They're things you take in because you don't get to see that kind of stuff too often. Now, this bay here was a lot more defined. Just beyond the horseshoe shape here, that there was a big sand dune that was coming almost right out to that catchment groin. That has gone in the last swell. You can actually see the erosion from the swell up on the shoulder there. You'll see it in a few minutes time when we're walking. But that will give you an indication of how the coves have sort of like slipped away a little bit in this area here because the sand has moved. But I'm pretty sure it will come back because these groins have been really well placed. The kind of development of sand that I've seen over here over the years has been quite incredible. Now, we don't want to frighten this gentleman's catch, but you know, we said we were going to go in every one of these little cove areas, little bays, whatever you want to term them. We're going to be going in them. So we're going to go into it a little further on and give him a chance to keep his catch. As you can see, he has a great thing. Let's see if we can, if you allow us to have a look and see what he's brought in. Remember, this is just bait that he's catching, the majority of it. Nice throw, man. Hope you don't mind if I bring this up and show these people. These are folks from all over the world, man. What's your name, my friend?
Call me Biel.
Call you?
Biel.
Biel? Biel, say hello to all of my friends from all over the world. They're all saying good morning to you, man. Thanks very much for showing them this art because... Keith Griffith. Alright, okay. I hope everybody heard that. I got the microphone turned the wrong way at the moment, but I hope everybody heard Keith Griffith. Thanks very much for showing us your art and you know what you do. Thanks, brother. Cool, man. So that is how they catch their bait. He will probably be out fishing later on somewhere off the banks and stuff. May join with guys on the bigger vessels. Not too sure what his vessel is like, or he may be fishing off the rocks as well. Very serious possibility. I am going to take you up a little bit closer. Now, those of you that will remember this resort, especially in its heyday, had an amazing discotheque here. I cannot remember the name of the discotheque to save my life. Don't mind I partied in it, I would say at least once per month for a couple of years. At least once per month, because the gas was far, the gasoline was expensive, and to get down is a long way from where I live. But down here had an amazing nightclub. Anyhow, right here was a beach restaurant. All this section here would have had thatch roof right out to where you see this little road that runs directly in front of it. Bar and restaurant there. There are numerous bars and restaurants at this facility. You could literally stay in one section of this resort itself and not know anyone from the other section that was here vacation at the same time because it was just so far away. Mr. Griffith, good morning to you, sir. Good to see you on board. I'm in your neighborhood. Thanks for my visa this morning. Just a beautiful day here. Absolutely stunning. So we did say that we're going to be back in the sea, and that's what we can do in a second. So just give me a minute to move away a little bit to allow the gentleman to do his fishing. You can see the disrepair here, man. This is a crying shame. I know anyone that's watching this that stayed here before got to be feeling this. Must be feeling this because you would have sat under these mahogany trees here. This was a mahogany grove just in front of us. I know you would have sat under here and enjoyed hours and hours of beautiful scenery from here. But as you can see, you could still sit and do that now, but you're not sitting in your room and you're not be able to walk back to your room to get a drink. So if you're coming down here, bring your coolers. There are no conveniences on this beach whatsoever. So no washrooms, no bars, no restaurants, nothing like that. So if you're coming down, bring your stuff with you. Remember, there is one of the best bakeries on the island in Speightstown. So you don't have to bring food. You can go there, buy some pastries and stuff, come on down here, which I've done many times with my angel, and relax on the beach for a little bit. Alright, this is cove number 2. Though we don't have a defined coves this morning, I'm certainly going to count them with you as we go, because you're going to go and see with me on all of them. A lot of water still moving around in this area here. Definitely still a little swell out the north. It's probably the angle that's changed. I think the size may be the same, but maybe it's a little bit more easterly, so it's not really coming around on this coast. From what I saw from the charts this morning, about the same size as it was yesterday, but angle has most definitely changed because it's not coming in as it was. Now when there's no swell, down here is like a lake. I mean, down here is so calm and beautiful, and hardly any currents. You know, it's sheltered from all the winds that you normally would get off the east of the island. So if there's, you know, at most times of the year when you come over here, it's like coming into a lake. Just beautiful conditions. As you can see, the sand is lovely, lovely sand. Nice colors to it. Looks clean. You know, there's some matching berries and stuff around, and twigs and thing around. A little bit of litter as well, seems to be all over, but we can give thanks for the beauty that we're experiencing right now. I remember, again too, also when this was Heywoods, that I used to drive across in front of the resort, actually, because they had a road that used to run right down to the water sports shop, and at one time you could come down, but then they blocked that off, obviously, just for guest safety and stuff. But you could drive from one section or one side of the resort to the other using the beachfront only. So you'll see the catchment groins. There are these identical looking groins just out here. You can see the two poles on either side of it. They're similar lighted poles like what you would find up at Rockley Beach, Acre Beach as well. Similar situation, it's offshore. What a beautiful morning. Don't mind the overcast conditions. You can see the sun begin to come on the back section. You can see the promises of a new day coming right there. Just beautiful. When this sand is back in place, you can actually see the different coves. It is beautiful. You can see the traces of the sandbar that goes off here. You can see the lighter coloration in the water itself. That's where it's shallow with sand. So that sand would actually be above the surface a little further out. Not much further out at high tide, but at low tide quite a bit further out. Here you can see the recent erosion that would have had with the last swell. I would imagine it's the last swell, because last time we came through here, I don't remember seeing a bank like this here. It was more of a level situation that we've seen further up the beach. This would indicate the flow of the water coming in through here and moving the sand from here, so you understand why this bar is being impacted. Again, these are just layman's thoughts of things that I watch and observe and stuff. I really don't have any scientific evidence to tell you this is where the swell comes in, but pretty logical that if we're seeing good even sands further up, we're seeing here all wiped out, and then we're just finished talking about the sandbar that's moved. It's pretty logical that this area here, the swell, will come directly through between two groins and would impact this section here for sure. Let me tell you, they got so many coves here this morning. I don't think you have to swim for the rest of the week. Now, I wouldn't do that to you all. You make it sport or what? You forget a sea bath the very next day. I know if the waterman was here, you gotta be saying, Nicholas, you gotta be joking. Don't do that foolishness here. Anyhow, we're gonna go in again. I hope that Miss Carey is keeping count for me, because let me tell you, I'll remember how many we're at now, but when I get at the road, I'm gonna forget for sure. I had to go back to the vlog and see. Again, we're having, as you can see, beautiful sand straight onto coral reef, and that's because, as you can appreciate, all of this sand is covering coral reef. There was only a little slither of beach here, as I had mentioned before. So as soon as you come off of the sand here, you're going to hit coral immediately. Remember, if you're going to be coming to any beaches and there's coral reef, please do not walk across them unless you have on the correct foot gear. I have on the correct foot gear. I still gotta be careful because I do have some holes in the bottom of it, and that's not holes from wear and tear. Not yet anyhow, but they're how they're designed to let in and out the sand if you do get into the shoe. So here we go, typical example of what we were talking about. A breaking swell coming in here into this section here, coming through the mouth of these two groins. So you can see why this would have impacted this shoreline here and not impacted further on, which would have been more sheltered. That was interesting. That's quite interesting actually. Beautiful morning. Alright, so I'm gonna I don't like to tease too much because yesterday I was in sort of like a little bit of a teasing mode, I must admit. Looking back at the pictures and at the little vlogs that I put up and the other stuff I was doing, I would have to say we definitely bordered on 11% yesterday. We weren't at 10%, we were a little bit higher than that. I wouldn't go any higher than that because I was reserving the teas for today. I got 5% for you, so that's what you're doing right now. Letting you see me in this beautiful water, enjoying these beautiful conditions in Barbados. Hopefully if you're here, you'll be doing the same now or later on. Actually, I don't want you to be doing them now, because now you're supposed to be watching us. So there we go. Unless you have a waterproof phone, you can be see and watch it. That'll be fine with me. I don't mind that. If you do have one that's sturdy, let me know, please. But yeah, it's 9-bit hit just from dropping the water. Terrible. Lots of picnic areas up here. A lot of people will come and picnic in this section. Unfortunately, a lot of them don't take what they bring. It would be nice if people carried a little more than what they brought. That's what we try to do whenever we go, my angel and myself, no matter where we go. We always say, take more than you bring, makes it a better world. Yes, so that is my summer yacht out there. I have a bigger one when I go up further up into the north, but this one here is the one that I usually play around in the Caribbean with. It's this time of the year, just for fun. And I call it summer yacht because summer here in the Caribbean year round. So when we come on to the Caribbean, we usually use these smaller vessels just to enjoy ourselves so we can get into these smaller ports. Oh my gosh, what an imagination. Anyhow, just beautiful Port St. Charles coming into view now. Another stunning facility, another stunning beach. Look at this beach, people. Now the public parking is directly behind those trees in the center of the camera. You can see some vehicles. I'll point it out as we get a little bit closer. But that's where you can park. Now if you're coming from Bridgetown, just before you get to the Port St. Charles wall, there is a public access to the beach here. You can drive down inside, lots of parking facilities. A good place to park your vehicle, it's not a problem. And then you can go either direction you want, to the north or to the south, because either which way you go, you can see you're going to find beauty, 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 and more beauty. Alright, I actually could have walked through the sea, but there is a cove here, there's a sandbar here. I could have walked right through to this cove as well. Beautiful. Now again, if you were here before, you remember the big water sports facility that they had at the end there, just behind where that gentleman and baby are. There was a lovely beach shop there. Great water sports. I remember a lot of guys, because I used to know them quite often. Even if I didn't come here to the beach to hang out, I used to always pass through here, have a look at the beach, park for a little while, walk a little bit from the beach, and then go on. Island drives to me, I've never been hop in a car and go around the island. Unless, well, I shouldn't say that. I would say that sometimes I would do that just to breathe and see what the beauty island looked like. But if I was taking a true island drive, lots of stopping involved. Just as I'm sure you're doing as well. Sky is really beginning to light up now. Really no reflections today because the minimal sun that's hitting the water. But we are seeing a few of them as we come around to the shoreline with the sun up in the east. Oh yes, keep the count for me. Number 4. I think our record was number 5, so today we're either going to equal it or we're going to surpass it, because I can make sure that. Let me have a look at my time though, 'cause I don't want to bore you all. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to time for me shutting off, so I might have to skedaddle and go down into the next bay quickly. Just beautiful though. You'll see the conditions here. Again, different coves being affected by different style swells. It's coming in here, it's fairly deep here, there's sand bottom here, unlike where we were just now. There's a lot of sand, so the swell really doesn't come in here and impact the shoreline as it is above there. I don't know why it's getting over there and not here, but it doesn't seem to be really impacting here too much. As you'll see, the beach again has gone back to its level flat self with no big bankings as we saw just now in that sheltered section. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. The sea temperature this morning, same as the air. I'm coming in and out of the sea and I'm not noticing any difference in temperature. There's no chilly winds coming through. The sea conditions are absolutely amazing. I think you can see that yourself. Yeah, I see people want to put in their orders for the bakery, but bakery doesn't open until 8 o'clock. We'd be long gone before that. They do open sometimes around 7:30, but not often. It's usually more closer to the 8 o'clock time. It all depends on, I guess, on the day itself. But resort gone. Almost all these structures, I would say, are completely gone. I don't see how any of these could really be brought back. I don't know. I'm not really an architect, but they look as though they will probably have to be replaced now. It's really a beautiful morning. Now this is a young beach baby, man. Jeez, on all over stepping from early o'clock. Just beautiful, beautiful beach area. Goodness. Morning, my brother. How you going? I see you got a young beach baby, man. Awesome, awesome. I could come over and speak to you a second, let you speak to my friends from all over the world. Wonderful, man, wonderful. Good morning to you, man.
Morning time, morning time.
You're from this area?
Yes, I'm from here, yeah.
All right, man. Hi, good morning to you. How are you today?
Hello.
Good there. No, you eat that. That's quite all right. A little bit too grainy for me. You eat that, son. That's good, man. Good dad, man. Excellent. You on Facebook, my brother?
Yeah, I got a business account, yeah.
All right, wonderful. I'm going to give you my card in a second. What I'll do is I'm just going to set up a tripod that everyone can enjoy the scenery.
Right.
I would like you to see what we do, and then hopefully you will come and join us as well, because this is what we love to see, right? So this is people from all over the world right now. We're called the EMC, Early Morning Crew.
Right.
We're just a group that's giving thanks for our lives and for everything that we should be grateful for. Huh? All right, so folks, I'm going to set you up for a second while I get out a card here and give us to this gentleman to make sure that we can expand our EMC family. I don't think you will mind. You're not be silent though. I'm going to keep talking as you all would expect. I don't shut up. So, here we go. We right now have on 44 people. We'll probably end up with that kind of number on consistently. We'll probably end up with like maybe 80 to 90 people on this morning.
This morning? Wow.
Yeah, we do probably close to 700 comments, I would think, in 45 minutes. So we do this every morning except for Wednesday and Sunday. If you send me a friend request, I send you a map which identifies everywhere we're located.
Right.
And then you can go on to YouTube, and we have about 700 vlogs up there. You can actually see, putting your name in the place you want to see, they'll all pop up. I know you're Bajan, but I'm sure you're going to be surprised with some place you'll be, huh? Y'all have a great day. What's the name of your man?
Marley.
Marley? Awesome. Marley, good morning to you. Cheese on. Good, man. Awesome. You see my hat now? Awesome. You all guys have a great day, okay? Thanks for adding some joy and happiness to our morning. All right, take care, my man.
Yeah,
cool. All right. Just a beautiful, as I told you, we cannot stage our EMCs anymore beautifully than God puts them in place for us. I mean, look at this meeting here of a little man on the beach with his father. And I mean, father eating some serious sand-coated apple then. Jeez. When it was offered the apple, I started to say, no. But as you can see, it was taken and happily done so with a smile. What a beautiful morning. Jeez, you little man, you want to follow us? Good there. Alright, so this is the public car park here. Hey, mongoose. There you go, another staging. This is a public car park here, so this is where it was mentioned you can come apart quite comfortably and safely. It shouldn't be a problem here. It is overlooked by the Port St. Charles rooms and stuff up there, the villas and things, so it's a relatively safe area. Again, if you're coming to Barbados, you're going for a drive, don't carry all your jewelry with you. Don't carry a billfold that's packed with money. Move smartly as you would back home. If you carry your billfold full back home, you carry your jewelry all over the place, you back home, well, kudos to you. So, beautiful morning. Oh boy, here we go. All right, I'm going to bring you all on to these here sea grapes. You would have seen we've been all over the island. We've seen varying sizes. We've seen a lot of trees that have on none at all. So they're not really seasonal per se. It depends on whereabouts in the island, the rainfall and stuff, I would imagine, would make a difference as to when they actually bear the fruit. There's some of the most beautiful fruit in the colorations of them and stuff, but taste disgusting. I can't talk about beautiful fruit and not tell you how to taste. They're terrible. Terrible. I can take my slaughters from all those on here. It is a Bajan delicacy. So if you come to Barbados and you want to try it, please do try it. It's not something that I enjoy for sure. There are a lot of things that are Bajan I don't enjoy. And there are a lot of things that are Bajan that I love. Alright, we're not gonna bathe in this little one here. We're gonna take our final sea bath right in front of Port St. Charles so I can give you a scan of the beautiful accommodations there, the outer section, not the inner basin where all the vessels would be. I'll show you the outer section. Actually, I think we can have a little peek through the property fence in here. They seem to have done some work here on this hedging area, just to show you what inside looks like a little bit. I'm not going to go up on the higher elevation, I'm just going to give you a little look at it. Pretty nice to wake up to that, but it's lovely to wake up to what I'm doing anywhere in the island. My rooms are island wide. God has given me all of these things that He blesses us with, you know, and I make sure and enjoy them to the maximum. Really lovely resort. I know a lot of people on here that have been here, for vacations and been here to spend with family and stuff. So I know there are quite a few on here that are way more familiar with the rooms than I am, for sure, because I've actually never stayed there. What I did do was I was taken to a meal by my family, Nancy, etc., out there at the restaurant, and I had a lovely meal out there when they were here last time. Great facility as well. Really enjoyed that. I'm just going to put down my beach bag and we're going to hit our last swim for the day and say our farewells. Once again, sloping beach here, not being impacted like as we've seen up the other section again. Much bigger beach as well here too, so the water would tend to flow a lot better than what it would like in that small little cove area. Once again, coral in front of me. There are sections with sand only, but there is coral where I am at the moment. Alright, we've had a long vlog again this morning. A little longer than I thought it was going to be, but don't mind. We're going to wrap up now. I hope those of you that were on had a chance to feel the peace and feel the serenity and feel the happiness and the love that we share in this gathering of ours called the EMC gathering. It is a room where we come every morning except for Wednesday or Sunday, and we give thanks for the life that we've been given and for all the things that we should be grateful for. We thank God for that, or I thank God for that for sure. Just a beautiful, beautiful morning in Barbados. So if you are here, please enjoy it. If you're not here, this is what awaits you whenever you can make it. Whenever you feel safe, whenever you're ready to come to Barbados, this is what awaits you. I am going to do my usual thing, and I'm going to try and get you here because I'm going to try and tease you and show you the beauty. I'm not really teasing you. I want to share the beauty of Barbados for those that can't make it. There's some of the people that come on here that will not be able to travel anymore because of their age, that have been here 30, 40, 50 times. My brother, I call him Benoit, he will not be able to travel here, or Louise, they will not be able to travel here again. And I've known them for years and years and years. So for any of you, this is not really a tease. It may come over that way, and sometimes I jokingly say that, but genuinely it is not a tease. I do this here because I want to share the beauty of Barbados and share the life that I'm living on the island, because this is an amazing life. For me, this is a blessing. This is something I never ever expected that God would bless me with, and that is the honest truth. And every day when He wakes me up, I say prayers and I thank Him for life, and I ask Him, please give me the words that you want me to convey to everyone this morning. So majority of the stuff that I talk about are things that He's given me all the time, you know, and this journey is His journey that I walk on with you all. You know, yesterday someone had mentioned to me that there are a lot of followers now. I don't believe anybody's a follower in the EMC. I think we're all journeyers. We're people that walk this path together every morning in our own way, behind our own light, and enjoy the beauty that we are given and the life that we're given here on this earth. Enjoy every second of your day. Whatever happens tomorrow will be dealt with tomorrow. If we're going to lose the quality and the peace that we are encountering today, thinking about tomorrow, that doesn't even make sense to say it. You know, sometimes you're a human. I do that myself all the time, but I struggle. But my struggles are never in vain, because I always come back to the thing that I always remember. God will take care of the things that I cannot take care of. The Serenity Prayer is my stability in my life. You know, you all have a fantastic day. I'll not let you see me at the end. That'll be a terrible way to end this vlog, so just give me a second. Let me do a little rotation. From the beautiful Heywoods Bay in Barbados, I greet you this morning with love, care, and kindness from myself, our EMC care team, our EMC Munchkins, our EMC members, anyone that's on here this morning. I say good morning to you all, and I thank you all for coming in here, because your presence is making this day a much better day for all of us. Have a great day, everyone. I'm going to leave you right here looking at this little photo op of the Port St. Charles Island. I'll just tell you a quick something about it. That's where they do immigration, or if you're coming into Barbados, immigration and customs are there if you have a yacht from here, so you don't have to go through the Bridgetown port. Have a great day, everyone. Love you all. Peace and blessings from Barbados, the rock, paradise, and to me, heaven.